rated mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey guys, welcome to another edition to the Patriot Angle podcast. Tonight is going to be a special podcast episode as I'm plugging in a special Instagram live that I had a special conversation with an awesome guest out of Minnesota. I've been trying to get this guest on this show here for several months, but I'm glad he was able to come on the show. So without further ado, we're going to have him on the show here just in a few moments. But with that being said, I want to allow my listeners, you can follow this podcast anywhere you hear a podcast, including Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. It's our top podcast platforms, as you can hear it on other platforms. With that being said, guys, welcome to today's show. And this one's going to be a doozer, folks, because we got a lot of good topics here that my guests, PJ and I, discuss. So check it out, guys. All right, guys, I'm going to try one more time here. We're having some issues between Facebook and Instagram. I'm trying to do a live show here for the podcast, for the listeners out there. Normally don't do live shows at all. I just prefer the audio. It's just so much easier to do the editing. Don't get too many glitches with the social media, because today, folks, we're getting a lot of glitches when we do our live feeds, especially our conservative type of podcast hosts out there. So what you're hearing, folks, is a live feed here on Instagram. They seem to like to shadow ban the hell out of us, and they seem to try to silence some of our content. So we're going to try one more time here with So yeah, folks, as you're hearing the live conversation that I had with my guest PJ, this guy not only has a lot of good conservative content as a view and thoughts, he spills out things that most people don't even know or realize. Very educated man out of Minnesota. Check it out, guys. If I remember correctly, the CRT
theory.
Okay, yeah. Explain a little bit what you mean by that.
So, critical race theory, people don't know how insidious it actually is.
Oh, critical race theory. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we're going to talk about critical race theory and the border, right?
Yeah. I wanted to get into critical race theory. Not only is it affecting kids in school, you know, they're trying to pretty much, I guess, rewrite history, pretty much.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
They want to. All right, folks, we'll be right back after these words. Don't go anywhere. Broadcasting from the Big Peach of Atlanta, Georgia, a show unfiltered, unscripted, raw. The Patriot Angle Podcast. All right, folks, we're back to the show here. I got a special guest on the show today, PJ out of Minnesota. With that being said, welcome back to today's show. Happy Wednesday for everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hope everybody everybody's having a good week. And with that being said, let's get back more into the conversation we had. They want to basically explain to the kids that everything that your parents or your grandparents pretty much were taught in school. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Oh, yeah. World policy coming out of these Democrats, you know, like some of the stuff that's coming out of their mouths. I mean,
I pretty much keep a careful and also a watch on news every day. I mean, it's hard to believe it, but I do listen to it from time to time. And some of the stuff that comes out of these politicians, like, AOC and, Nancy Pelosi and, Chuck Schumer, I mean, all these Democrats, like, half the stuff that comes out of their mouths, it's like, what? I mean, is this America or is this like another realm? I mean,
the most inauthentic garbage, and anyone who cannot see that is willfully ignorant.
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi, nothing she says is authentic.
Yep, I can totally agree. Some silence there. Silence. What?
Nothing at all.
I don't know if she knows. I don't know if she can tell the truth anymore. She might be allergic.
It could be. I mean, oh God. I mean, what has she done with her district? I mean, the homeless rate. I mean,
she's milked it for a lot of money. That's what she's done.
Exactly. I mean, like I said, like you look at the homeless rate in San Francisco, it's terrible. It's rising literally every day. Not only in San Francisco, but all over America. It's terrible. And
I don't know why we as a country have been convinced that it's compassionate to allow mentally ill drug addicts to
Yeah, I agree with you. It's crazy. Crazy stuff. Barbaric.
On the streets and let them live like that. But that's what passes for compassion. And you're heartless if you don't want to see that go.
Yeah. I mean, look at the I mean, it's terrible. It really is. I totally agree with you, PJ. It's downright, it's craziness. Craziness. I mean, look what.
Well, I mean.
Yeah. I mean, look at that.
The people that are doing this, we should have programs for these people. Get them off the streets. Stop urinating in front of, places like, 5-star restaurants. I mean, no one wants to see that. You look at video.
Yeah, the videos are terrible. Literally terrible. It's craziness.
Right now in San Francisco, where these people are.
Yep. Craziness. Crazy.
Picking it up. The legacy of that shield is complicated, to say the least.
That shield should be destroyed. This world is ours. We're never gonna stop.
It's the closest thing I've got left to a family. I'm not gonna let anybody tell me I can't fight for it.
Now streaming on Disney Plus, and upgrade to the Disney Bundle for even more. The Patriot Angle Podcast on demand.
Committing these type of, heinous acts. Some of these restaurants, 5-star restaurants, people, they spend their hard-earned money to sit down with their families. No one wants to see somebody take a dump on the side of a damn sidewalk. It's terrible.
Or it's very expensive hotels a lot of times are being made to take in homeless people. And then you have someone next door who's paying a lot of money to be here. A lot of these people need mental help.
They need a lot, yes, a lot.
They need some help with rehab.
Yes.
And I am not, I certainly don't think any taxation is legitimate. But if you're going to take my money, then help people with it. Help people that live here. it doesn't help me or my community at all to bomb kids in Afghanistan at all.
No, because what did those kids deserve? What did they do to deserve that? You know, I mean, those kids, they're just, you know, they're just stuck in a crazy scenario. You know, I'm sure they want to escape all that. I'm sure they want to get away from all that. I'm sure even the parents want to get away from that. I mean, you look at our earlier settlers that came into this country. We escaped, I wouldn't say similar to what they're going through in Afghanistan and Iraq, but I mean, in early times, in early 1900s, we escaped, you know, corruption in England. I mean, that's pretty much one of the reasons why we came here to begin with.
Patriot angle.
Well, you can look at the history of England and
Patriot Angle podcast on demand on
where Anglican royalty has brutally tortured people who weren't Anglican. So we are talking about escaping some real horrors. Not everybody.
No, not everybody, no.
Certainly some people.
Certainly. You know, that kind of goes into my next topic I want to get into, the border crisis. You know, yeah, we've always had a border crisis, but
I think that is being solved right now by what you brought up with the homeless issue. I think that's being solved by the Democrats. Right now I think they're doing a very good job of moving us towards a more third world country where people aren't going to want to come here anymore. So, no. I mean, problem solved.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I guess we're, if not yet, we're pretty much damn near close to being a third world. If not yet, we are a third world. The American dream is pretty much dead in this country.
I think it's going to get a lot worse. I think it's going to get, there's going to be more violent conflict. But again, I think this is a humanitarian issue. I am very concerned with human trafficking, especially human trafficking in children is something that is repulsive to me.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of human trafficking going on. Again, when we talk about immigration, if you're against illegal immigration, there's this narrative that you are heartless, that you don't care about children, that you don't care about brown people. And I care very much. I care so much that I don't like to see those people being brought over here, being trafficked. There are coyotes, snakeheads, human smugglers from all over that smuggle people into this country. They will smuggle them into this country for a price, but when they can't pay the price, they subject them to indentured servitude and basically slavery. So we have an entire underground slave class here in the United States that no one ever talks about.
But, you know, like you said with the kids, you know, they'll smuggle them in, you know, and kind of use them almost as pawns, you know, just to get to what they want in life. But like I said, you know, the reason why we're questioning, or reporters constantly, if you notice, are questioning the main person that was put in charge of the border. You know, that was what, a month and a half, 2 months ago, maybe, by Joe Biden.
It might be even longer. Maybe even a little longer.
Yeah, give or take. I think it's going on 3 months, maybe 3 months now. I have to, like Jen Psaki would say, circle back on that.
All right, folks, this episode today is brought to you by our good friends at Spotify. Spotify, you can get all your podcasting on Spotify and also listen to great music, create a playlist, pretty much do whatever you want to do on Spotify, right? The level is up to you, folks. So check out Spotify, download it on Google and Apple, and you'll love it, folks. Spotify.
It's been the longest and shortest 3 months out there, Pride Month, rainbow logos, and then they're still benefiting from slave labor in Africa.
Oh yeah.
People are despicable.
It's all a money game to these guys.
Yeah.
I mean, they're sick individuals. We were talking about. I want to go back to the border because we kind of cut across a little bit of different angles there. I was saying about how Joe Biden put Kamala Harris, like you said, I think it's about 3 months now, in control of this border crisis.
Yeah.
She was the one to figure it out, right? She was the one to try to fix the mess that we're in, right?
Yeah. Do you know why she was put in charge?
I kind of understand why. But, yeah.
Yeah.
She has a history of locking brown people up. That's why.
Oh yeah, that goes all the way back to I believe if I'm correct, back to the early '90s, right? To the Clinton era.
Yeah, she's truly an evil individual.
Yeah, she doesn't care. She doesn't have any humanitarian heart or anything.
When you can ruin someone's life for your career, not only their life, you put a man in jail, you not only ruin his life, but you ruin his family's life.
Yeah. I mean, the guy's going to be...
Yeah, pretty much, right? Pretty damn much. I tell you. Oh, yeah. Craziness. Craziness.
You force senior citizens with COVID back into nursing homes, and it wipes out a huge portion of the nursing homes after that. I mean, there's no real mystery there.
Yeah, and that was done to the same concept of New York. What was it? Cuomo up in New York. I mean, is that scenario saga still continuing? That was pretty much just kind of tucked underneath the rug, right?
Yeah. If we keep talking about COVID in the media, maybe someone will remember that, your governor might have killed your grandmother.
Yeah. Misinformation was basically being broadcasted for the last year and a half, right? Almost a year and a half.
So, Mike, I'm going to give your listeners something that might just be worth the whole episode right here.
Okay.
There is a difference between misinformation and disinformation. Misinformation, if I gave you the wrong information accidentally on this podcast, it was mistaken information. So it's got that prefix mis. Misinformation is incorrect information given to you by mistake. Disinformation, like disembowel, that is purposeful, misleading information.
Yeah.
So there wasn't misinformation. That's a big thing in intelligence circles between misinformation, disinformation, but there are very specific definitions. We weren't mistakenly given wrong information. We were lied to systemically.
Yeah, they pretty much what they used to call it. Oh God, my grandparents had a funny name to it back in the day.
Pravda?
I think that's one of the words they used. Yeah, like I said, I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so glad too, folks. With that being said, I hope everybody enjoyed this conversation I had with PJ. This was earlier on Instagram. I did a live Instagram live. As you can see, there was a lot of cutting in and cutting it out. I do apologize, folks. Tried to edit it best I could here on the audio version. That's what you get when you have Facebook and Instagram people there, the executives over there in the San Fernando Sick Valley over there, shadow banning the hell out of you because they don't want to hear your content. They don't want to hear your content, and they just want to shadow ban you because they don't want you to expose the truth of their lies. Simple as that, folks. Simple as that. With that being said, thank you for tuning in tonight, and we'll see you on Friday on our regular lineup of our podcasts on Spotify, Apple, and Google. Have a good night, guys, and we'll see you Friday.
You just heard an episode of the Patriot Angle Podcast, an Anchor platform.